Loop. I honestly thought that... My God!
Yes, I suppose I am.
Lord Flashard, this is the greatest honour of my life. I hope I snuff it right now to preserve this moment forever.
It could be arranged.
Lord Flashard, I want to learn to write so I can send a letter home about this golden moment.
So all the fellas hate me, eh? Not a bit of it. I'm your bloody hero, eh, old scat? Jesus.
Now, Lord, I've got every cigarette card they ever printed of you. My whole family took up smoking just so that we could get the whole set. My grandmother smoked herself to death so we could afford the album.
Of course she did. Of course she did, the poor love-crazed old octogenarian. Well, all right, you fellas. Let's sit us down and yarn about how amazingly attractive I am.
Yes, would you excuse me for a moment? I've got some urgent business. There's a bucket outside. I've got to be sitting there.
All right, you chaps, let's get comfy. You look like a decent British bloke. I'll park the old booties on you, if that's okay.
It would be an honour, my lord.
Of course it would. Oh, have you any idea what it's like to have the wind rushing through your hair? No, sir? He has. Lucky devil. So I flew straight through a bedroom window, popped a box of chocolates on the dressing table, machine gunned my telephone number into the wall, and then shot off and shagged her sister.
Driver Parkhurst reporting for duty, my lord.
Well, 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 if it isn't little Bobby Parkhurst, saucier than a direct hit on a Heinz factory.
I've come to pick you up.
Well, that's how I like my girls. Direct and to my point. Woof!
What?
Tally-ho then, back to the bar. You should join the Flying Corps, George. That's the way to fight a war. Tasty tuck, soft beds, and a uniform so smart it's got a PhD from Cambridge. You could even bring the breath monster here. Anyone can be a navigator if he can tell his arse from his elbow.
Well, that's boring out, I fear.
We're always looking for talented types to join the 20-minuters.
There goes George.
Tally-ho then, Bobby. Hush, here comes a whiz-bang, and I think you know what I'm talking about. Woof!
God, it's like Crufts in here.
Safer, what a splendid notion. The 20-minuters. Soft tucker, tasty beds, fluffy uniforms.
Begging your permission, sir, but why do they call them the 20-minuters?
Now, this one is in my Brook Bond Book of the Air. Now, you have to collect all the cards and then stick them into this wonderful presentation booklet. Here we are, 20-minuters. Oh, damn, I haven't got the card yet. But the caption says, 20 minutes is the average amount of time new pilots spend in the air.
20 minutes.
That's right, sir.
I had a 20-hour watch yesterday with 4 hours overtime in 2 feet of water.
Well, then, for goodness sake, sir, why don't we join?
Yeah, be better than just sitting around here all day on our elbows.
No, thank you. I have no desire to hang around with a bunch of upper-class delinquents, do 20 minutes work, and then spend the rest of the day loafing about in Paris, drinking gallons of champagne and having dozens of moist, pink, highly experienced young French peasant girls galloping up and down my... Hang on.
Captain Blackadder.
Good morning, Captain Darling.
What do you want?
You're looking so well.
I'm a busy man, Blackadder. Let's hear it, whatever it is.
Well, you know, darling, every man has a dream. And when I was a small boy, I used to watch the marsh warblers swooping in my mother's undercroft. And I remember thinking, will men ever dare do the same? And you know...
Oh, you want to join the Royal Flying Corps?
Well, that's a thought.
Could I? No, you couldn't.
Goodbye.
Come on, darling, just give me an application form.
It's out of the question. This is simply a ruse to waste 5 months of training, after which you'll claim you can't fly after all because it makes your ears go pop. Come on, I wasn't born yesterday, Blackadder.
More's the pity, we could have started your personality from scratch. So, the training period is 5 months, is it?
It's no concern of yours if it's 5 years and comes with a free holiday in Tunisia, contraceptives supplied. Besides, they wouldn't admit you. It's not easy getting transfers, you know.
Oh, you've tried it yourself, have you?
No, I haven't.
Trust you to try and skive off to some cushy option.
There's nothing cushy about life in the Women's Auxiliary Balloon Corps.
So then the Oops, Ed. I'm awfully sorry. I didn't realize you meant organist.
Thank you, George. At ease, everybody. Now, where's my map? Come on. Sir. Thank you. God, it's a barren, featureless desert out there.
The other side, sir.
Hello, George. What are you doing here?
Me, sir? I just popped in to join the Royal Flying Corps.
Hello, Blackadder. What are you doing here?
Me, sir? I just popped in to join the Royal Flying Corps.
Of course, I said.
Bravo! I hope, darling. Because, you know, I've always had my doubts about you Frenchy-type fellows. Always suspected there might be a bit too much of the battle-dodging, nappy-wearing, I'd rather have a cup of tea than charge stark naked and Jerry about you. If you're willing to join the 20-minuters, then you're all right by me and welcome to marry my sister any day.
Are you sure about this, sir?
Certainly, you should hear the noise she makes when she eats a boiled egg. Glad to get her out of the house. So, report back here, 0900 hours for your basic training.
Crikey, I'm looking forward to today. Up diddly up, down diddly down. Whoops, twiddly dee. Decent scrap with a fiendish red baron, bit of a jolly old crash landing behind enemy lines, capture, torture, escape, and then back home in time for tea and medals.
George, who's using the family brain cell at the moment? This is just the beginning of the training. The beginning of 5 long months of very clever, very dull men looking at machinery.
Hey, girls, look at my machinery! Enter the man who has no underwear. Ask me why.
Why do you have no underwear, Lord Flash?
Because the pants haven't been built yet that'll take the job on. And that's the type of guy who's doing the training around here. Sit down. Well, 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 if it isn't old Captain Slack Bladder. Couldn't resist it, eh, Slack Bladder? Told you thought I was great. All right, men, let's do it! The first thing to remember is, always treat your kite like you treat your woman.
How do you mean, sir? You mean take her home at the weekend to meet your mother?
No, I mean get inside her 5 times a day and take her to heaven and back.
I'm beginning to see why the suffragette movement want the vote.
Hey, hey, any bird who wants to chain herself to my railings and suffer a jet movement gets my vote. Right, well, I'll see you in 10 minutes for takeoff.
Hang on. What about the months of training?
Hey, wet pants! This isn't the Women's Auxiliary Balloon Corps. You're in the 20-minuters now.
Sir?
Yes,
sir.
Pratt at the back.
I think we'd all be intrigued to know why you called the 20-minuters.
Oh, Mr. Thicker, imagine not knowing that.
Well, it's simple. The average life expectancy for a new pilot is 20 minutes.
Life expectancy of 20 minutes.
That's right. Goggles on, chocks away, last one back's a homo. Hooray!
So, we take off in 10 minutes. We're in the... in the air for 20 minutes, which means we should be dead by 25 to 10.
Harry Blighter, sir. This is a bit of a turn up for the +4s.
Shouldn't worry about it too much, Bagger. Flying's all about navigation. As long as you've got a good navigator, I'm sure you'll be fine.
Actually, they're right. This is a double. Whoops, a little wobble there. I'll get the hang of it, don't worry. All right, Baldock, how many rounds have we got?
500, sir. Cheese and tomato for you, rat.
Tally, bally, how?
What's this, sir?
Baldock, will you stop arsing about and get back in the cockpit?
Hey, sir, look, I can see a pretty red plane from up here. Woo!
No, watch out, Baldock. It stood right on our tail. Yes, now this is developing into a distinctly boring situation. Lucky you were still on our side of the line. I'll crash land and claim my ears went pop. First time out.
Oh, let's hope we fall on something soft.
Fine, I'll try and aim between General Melchit's ears. I don't believe it. A German prison cell. For 2.5 years, the Western Front has been as likely to move as a Frenchman who lives next door to a brothel. And last night, the Germans advance a mile and we land on the wrong side.
Oh, dear, Captain B, my tummy's gone all squirty.
That's because you're scared, Baldock, and you're not the only one. I couldn't be more petrified if a wild rhinoceros had just come home from a hard day at the swamp and found me wearing his pajamas, smoking his cigars, and in bed with his wife.
I've heard what these Germans will do, sir. They'll have their wicked way with anything a woman born.
Well, in that case, Baldock, you're quite safe. However, the Teutonic reputation for brutality is well-founded. Their operas last 3 or 4 days. And they have no word for fluffy.
I want my mum.
Yes, it'd be good to see her. I should imagine a maternally outraged gorilla could be a useful ally. Final scrap. Prepare to die like a man, Baldock. Or as close as you can come to a man without actually shaving the palms of your hands.
Good evening. I'm Oberleutnant von Gerhard. I have a message from the Baron von Richthofen, the greatest living German.
Which, considering his competition consists entirely of very fat men in leather shorts burping to the tune of She'll Be Coming Round the Mountain, is no great achievement. And what is your message?
It is, prepare for a fate worse than death. English flying fellow.
Oh, so it's the traditional warm German welcome.
Also, he is saying, do not try to escape or you will suffer even worse.
A fate worse than death. That's pretty bad.
Yes, well, possible. Yes, well, you see, it's all very well for you, isn't it? Sitting here behind your comfy desk.
Don't you take that tone with me, Lieutenant. I'll have you on a charge for insubordination.
Well, I'd rather be on a charge for insubordination than on a charge of deserting a friend.
How dare you talk to me like
How
that?
dare I?
Now then. Now then, what's going on here?
That damn fool Blackadder has crashed his plane behind enemy lines, sir. This young idiot wants to go and try and rescue him. It's a total waste of men and equipment.
He's not a damn fool, sir. He's a bloody hero.
All right. I'll deal with this, darling. Delicate touch needed, I fancy. Now, George. You remember when I came down to visit you when you were a nipper for your 6th birthday? You used to have a lovely little rabbit. Beautiful little thing. Do you remember?
Flossie.
That's right, Flossie. Do you remember what happened to Flossie?
You shot him.
That's right. It was the kindest thing to do after being run over by that car.
By your car, sir.
Yes, by my car. But that, too, was an act of mercy when you would remember that dog had been set on him.
Your dog, sir.
Yes, my dog.